So recently, Nintendo released their financial report for the last quarter, and a few things were interesting. Yoshi and Star Fox did not hit 1 million copies. This is likely because Yoshi was $70 physically, which is a hard sell for a lot of people, even if it's better than most Yoshi games. And Star Fox was only out for 6 days, and is a relatively niche series, so I have a feeling that it will likely have a better showing next sales report. But one thing immediately stood out to me, and that was Tomodachi Life sales. It was no surprise that it was selling well, since the previous game on 3DS sold 6.73 million copies and also had a cult following in the West. And additionally, the game did somewhat go viral as well, as quite a lot of people were posting about it, in a similar fashion to Pokopia and Animal Crossing, as well as other sandbox-based games. But I did not think it was going to sell over 8 million copies in less than 4 months. That is absolutely insane. But Tomodachi Life selling this well is great for a lot of reasons, and I feel like this will definitely send the right messages to Nintendo, since it shows that people still love the Miis. Not even just a niche fanbase, but their casual audience too. I really hope this gets them to include a Mii-only setting to Switch Sports Resort, or lean into the Miis a little more in general with that game. And this also is selling at a faster rate than the original Switch Sports, which also shows that Miis are a more viable option than the Sportsmates in terms of customizable avatars. More importantly though, I feel like a game like Tomodachi Life doing this well is a wake-up call for the entire gaming industry. Lately, we've been seeing the industry suffer from a lot of different issues. On the consumer's end, we've been suffering higher prices, a lack of physical options, microtransactions, and live service games that can become completely inaccessible due to relying on a server. And on the developer's end, we've been seeing unsustainable development cycles of massive games that cost hundreds of millions of dollars to produce and are poorly optimized, leading to file sizes of over 100 to 200 gigabytes. And on top of that, there are issues with crunch culture, poor work environments, and mass layoffs. With all of these issues combined, it feels like the industry is getting close to completely imploding or crashing like back in the 80s. But on the other hand, Tomodachi Life feels like the antithesis to all of this. For one, it's obviously a fully physical game that's just the standard $60. It also has zero DLC packs or microtransactions and is fully offline. It just feels like the classic gaming experience without any BS hidden inside. But this game also fills a niche that is becoming less and less common nowadays. And that is the fact that it's a mid-level AA game, rather than a massive AAA game that is a massive cinematic experience. And even though this game took a long time to develop, mostly due to the developers coming up with various ideas or working on separate projects, this game had a sustainable development cycle and didn't take up a ton of resources. And for the consumer, it offers a fun, engaging, memorable, and competent gaming experience for a fairly affordable price. A lot of people nowadays don't need every game to have a massive cultural impact like GTA 6 or attempt to do so. A lot of us just want a fun experience and don't care how graphically intensive or groundbreaking a game is. That's why we need more of these AA games. And yes, I do acknowledge that there are a ton of smaller indie games out there too, but I think larger companies should focus on having more mid-range experiences. And when you look at the PS5's lineup, there are barely any exclusives. There's like about the same amount as the Virtual Boy, just a couple more than that, but that's like still barely anything. And that is partially because Sony is only focused on trying to create massive heavy hitters and massive phenomena, which can't be developed efficiently. And if they actually wanted to have a good exclusive lineup of games, they should start releasing smaller games that are more sustainable to produce, that are just as fun and engaging as a lot of these larger titles. They may be doing pretty well in terms of sales, but if they wanted to reach the levels of cultural impact that they had with the PS2, or Nintendo with the Wii and the Switch, they should really start taking this approach. So I'm really hoping that Tomodachi Life selling well sends a message to the entire gaming industry. because it shows that we want more AA games and fewer massive heavy hitters. Not to say that we shouldn't have large AAA games. They are absolutely still important and definitely still have a place. We really should keep getting them, but there should really be more of a balance. And in this era, where things are becoming a lot more expensive and gaming in general is becoming more of a luxury, unfortunately, these smaller scale games are becoming a lot more appealing to people. I will say that Tomodachi Life should have been a bit cheaper, maybe $40 to $50, but $60 is still a lot better than $70 to $80, and the fact that it's selling pretty well is still proof that the price is fair. And Nintendo shouldn't be the only company that has a good balance between AA and AAA games. It really seems like they're the only company out there that is like pushing that balance, or at least the only like one with a console that is like kind of maintaining that balance. I feel like the entire industry should adopt that balance. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on Tomodachi Life selling well. I've really been enjoying the game over the past few months, and I think it's really fun. I actually got the previous Tomodachi Life game recently, since I'm kind of building up my collection, so I might want to do a video in the future comparing the two games. Just let me know if you would think that's interesting. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!